Hey guys, Sean Luxy here, back with our playthrough of Transformers Fall of Cybertron. So, I'm basically recording this right after the previous episode. Went back in, switched to this Optimus, original G1 Optimus. Icon is besieged. Optimus must rally the troops, fight to restore power, and aid the defenses for the Autobots' last stand. Now I'm hoping, that that took, but also I'm hoping this, brings us back to where we're...
Right, Optimus. To get to the first artillery unit, you'll need to head through the engine room. That's where we assembled the ARC's boosters.
I remember.
Your path should be fairly clear. All of that machinery will have been moved by now. All that is left now is the city's old foundation pumps.
Right, so Optimus, blocky. I don't mind. I like... I know it's the wrong thing to say, but I like the other Optimus, at least it'll look better. It seems more... I mean, don't get me wrong, I like both. I do like both. And then, of course...
Time for some velocity.
You switch into your original thing as well. So, we're gonna play this way a little bit. And then maybe we'll switch back later. I don't know, it's... This, the difference between this one and the previous one, War for Cybertron, is this one is more story focused. It's more polished. All the environments look different. In War for Cybertron, everything looked kind of the same. All the lighting was the same. The designs were... It was really hard. No one really stood out. So when you were playing the multiplayer... Wow, excuse me, right into the microphone. Like this, you have like dark areas, you have bright areas, you have like little misty stuff right here, you have the red glow, like the nice little underlighting over there, you have the lights, you have blue right above it, you have a nice little contrast of red and blue. The ceiling is dark as well, so it's you have all these different light sources. War for Cybertron was very much the Michael Bay movie design philosophy, where everything was kind of gray. Autobots had purple highlights, Autobots had red highlights, Decepticons had purple highlights. It was not great. Here they definitely have more of a style. I mean they did too in War for Cybertron, but it was not as pronounced as it is here. So
Hello, Optimus.
hello. Yeah, we'll switch to... And hang on. Yeah, sure. And then we'll rate it. Then we'll switch to, Thermo Rocket is fine.
Long live the last Prime.
Long live the last Prime. Yep. Can't access this switch yet, but we'll be going through there shortly. We're gonna go over here, but first... Oh. Yeah, okay. I missed it. Oh, okay, you can see the gambler in effect on my ammo. It's that one shot in the middle. Did I get it? Yes. Alright, so here... Lots of ammo. Clutch. It's just a... just a little gun pod. Alright, and it looks like the position of the gambler switched again, but that's...
Move it! They're about to get overrun!
This will help the war effort.
Yep.
You're not listening! It's Optimus! The cons are in for it now!
That's right, boys. You hang back, let me take care of this.
Come back here!
I was just thinking about that. He was shoot explosives to damage nearby enemies. He was hanging out right next to one. That's not... It's not what you want. Right.
Where'd he go?
Hush. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll pick up the scrap maker. That's fine. It's not the greatest weapon.
Stay with me, Autobots.
It's, you know, it's a Gatling gun. It's... Ooh, some lag right there. Low ammo. Ooh, yeah, we're taking hits. We have a Moleculon fuse right there.
No more warmongering for you.
And you can actually take a fair amount of damage in this one as well.
Keep the pressure on.
War for Cybertron seemed very, you know, there was just a... Like you just took tons of damage. That's not all of them.
I can certainly use this.
Where was that? All of them? Oh, I guess so. All right then. But before we go anywhere else, okay, we're gonna pick up the fuse and hopefully it lets us go in here. Sometimes it bugs out a little bit and you can't go in here for whatever reason. I kind of hang back rather than walking right up to it, because when you hang back, it lets him, you know, when the computer takes over, it lets him align properly before placing it. Right. And here's some armory recreators, which you spend a little bit of money on, and they give you a random weapon. Could be a heavy weapon, could be a primary weapon. You don't know until you do it, but there is a achievement for using like 15 of them. So, you know, I just like getting all the achievements. I do.
Decepticon over there! Scared to fight face to face? Grenade, fire!
Soldier, I'm looking for the closest control room.
I think it's this way.
All right.
Optimus, you are the last hope.
I'm the last hope. I'm gonna switch my weapon here. Let's see. Thermal rocket, slingshot, aggressive slime. You know, that's okay. We'll keep this.
Long live the last Prime.
So there's an achievement I haven't yet gotten on this one, which is they're going to introduce a new Decepticon here in a minute called the Leaper, which we saw we actually saw on one of the decks in the Ark. And you have to kill 2 of them before, while Optimus is knocked down. Right. And just like before, they're testing our
Where are the artillery controls?
right
They
here.
should be just around the... Incoming! Optimus, are you all right? Ah!
Optimus Prime.
There we go. We got one.
Thanks, Optimus.
There we
That
go.
was a goner.
Optimus, are you all right?
I'm fine, Perceptor, but
Incoming!
No, it's save 2 Autobots.
Optimus, according to my schematics, you should be near the artillery controls.
I see them. But how do I get there?
There might be an ion vent nearby that could give you a boost.
Right. And another Moleculon fuse. Which... Where does it go? I can't... Oh, right here. There we go. There's the ion vent that we need.
A fortunate find.
That's right. That's right. The audio is pretty dynamic as well, like the music. Because right now it's kind of like the subdued... Oh, you can't see my hands. It's kind of the subdued theme, and then when the combat ramps up, it's the more like... You know, theme. Or version of that theme. You'll hear it in a second. We're about to get in combat and it'll change.
Where do you think you're going, Prime?
Woo! Just keep firing!
We should never have challenged them.
Where, Oh, it's down below. Hey there, friend! Oh, right off, huh? Ouch. That's the melee.
Enough distractions. I've got a job to do. Perceptor, I found the controls.
Excellent. You should be able to reroute energon from the Ark directly into the long-range artillery.
Yeah. It's pretty bad when you have to... There's only a limited amount of fuel left. You have barely enough to fuel the Ark for your escape. And you have to sacrifice basically your hope at escape in order to survive. It's kind of rough.
It appears to be working. rocket system is online.
The code looks pretty rusty, so I'm going to link the artillery controls directly to your targeting computer.
I'll find some Decepticons to try it out on.
All right. Let's go.
More Decepticons! Hold them here, Autobots!
Yeah, a little boss fountain. It's not a boss, but it's similar.
Marauder, incoming!
I'd be curious as to what an artillery strike would do to that Marauder.
My sentiments exactly.
Artillery online.
Where is the artillery? Can we see it from here? No.
Take cover!
Let's finish this.
No. Scrapmaker's not good for...
The Autobots will triumph. Do you even know where you are?
Let's see. You can actually see the shells coming in. If it was on...
Clear! Optimus, this is Ironhide. The Ark is getting shelled pretty bad by those warp cannons. Shields are holding for now, but it's just a matter of time.
Help is on the way, Ironhide.
You can activate more defensive weapons. Move back through the engine room. I found a neutron gun near the flight deck.
On my way. Forward, Autobots.
I don't remember what I was saying, but, yeah, I don't remember. It's fine, though. We were actually here earlier. This was where we fought our way through.
Thanks for the help, Optimus. We'll take it from here.
Where the guy was, like, hiding here next to the explosive barrel and, you know, got blown up. Oh, right. Yeah, I was saying if you can see the artillery, you can actually see it fire and follow the shell to the target.
Artillery online.
Well, it's because we're, yeah. It's because we're indoors. Also, if getting all the audio logs is something that you want to do, I would recommend following a guide. It's there's a lot of them in obscure places that you're just probably not going to find without looking. And we were here before.
Now that the Energon is flowing again, you should be able to open a direct route to the flight deck.
Yeah, all these pipes and stuff are lit up. We were basically shutting down the whole city and taking all the fuel in order to fuel the Ark. So, you know, we've turned it back on, basically, which is not, you know, it's like stuff is desperate.
I don't need to remind you that the more energon we spend on these guns, the less there is for the Ark.
We'll have to find a way to launch the Ark when this is over.
Yeah. I mean, they will. Of course, we know that already, but it's just... it's really bleak.
Receptor, are you controlling this room remotely?
No. What do you mean?
The room is shifting.
I am noticing a strange power surge in your area. Could be related to the energon you redirected.
Well, there's some of the energon right there, so yeah.
We're nearing the main door that leads to the flight deck.
The power is out.
The schematic shows an access panel nearby. You should be able to force it open.
But we can actually go this way. It doesn't tell you that you can, but you can. Energon recharger. Always helpful if you get in a situation. It's basically like a regeneration.
Help us! We need backup! Ah!
Decepticons fighting Autobots.
Shoot him!
That's kind of brutal. Oil up against the window, that's not great.
Ah!
And a scatter blaster if you want one.
Anybody! If anyone can hear me, Starscream is... Ah!
If anyone can hear me, feel free to listen in as I execute your friends.
Starscream.
I think he used to be an Autobot as well. Right? Like he was a scientist or something like that, and then,
No! No! Ah!
yeah, Megatron changed him or something. I don't know.
Optimus, it's an ambush. Don't expect any mercy. All of that, I will. We fight for our freedom.
That might be all of them.
I can certainly use this.
So there's a Moleculon fuse in here that gives you the... I don't remember what that is. The Chaos Rift Rift Combustor. That's where we were before this. Right, and that is where we're supposed to go, but we'll go this way first. And there we go. I mean, you can keep falling there, but I believe there's an audio log right there. And then a bunch of armory recreators. Lots of ammo. Read the shipping manifest. Ship to Decagon Plaza. Contents general ammunition. Urgent. That's a lot of ammo, but it looks like the shipping is all screwed up. So, yeah, the Autobots are in kind of a bind. Wait, where am I? Right here. Okay. Right. Where was the Moleculon fuse? Up there. Right, so instead of going this way, you just go this way. There's something up there as well, if you want. But you can also go here. Oh, right, this is where that jump took us. So there you go. If you want this, this is how you do it. I don't remember what Scrapmaker. Yeah, we'll take this. It's kind of like a grenade launcher. You shoot and then click again, and it turns a single charge into like a, you know, a bunch of different ones, a little bunch of little smaller ones.
No.
Optimus, what's going on?
I couldn't save them.
Remember the Ark. If we don't protect it, there's no future for any of us.
Of course, Preceptor. You're right. I'm heading to the neutron gun now.
So Starscream is pretty brutal, right? There's an Autobot with his head missing and the head's on the table next to it. Bunch of... They're all dead. They're all dead. I mean, if you think about this as real bodies, it's bad. You know, because we see them as robots, but they see them as people, right? War is rough.
Perceptor, I can see the Ark just ahead. Thank the Matrix, it's still standing.
Be careful approaching the neutron gun controls, Optimus. Decepticon troops have overrun the area.
Roger that.
We still have control over the city's artillery. A strike should help clear the way.
Artillery online.
There we go. Let's hit up Teletran 1.
My systems can help you.
My systems can help you, is that what it said? Chaos Rift Combustor. See lots of damage. So-so range, accuracy, rate of fire is bad. Primary weapons. You know, it's fine.
Megatron, we have established a perimeter around the neutron gun controls. Defend it at all costs!
Yes, Lord Megatron, but
Without those defenses, the Autobots will be powerless to stop us from taking the Ark and its supply of energon.
yes, but
I want the Ark! No excuses!
yes, Lord Megatron.
What was that noise?
Impressive, Optimus.
Save the praise for when we get out of this.
Oh, we're getting shot.
One fewer target.
You know, you want to make sure you just back up appropriately. Oh, hello.
Rocket incoming.
All right. In the meantime, we'll jump down. There's basically going to be an unlimited supply of Decepticons. Crap. It's best just to keep pushing forward, because otherwise they won't stop.
We must hurry to the neutron gun controls.
I'm on it, Perceptor.
Yep, see, they're kind of telling you a little bit, but... Oh, hello. Ouch.
Calling in an artillery strike.
Yeah, that's...
I'm reading more Decepticons on the upper walkways.
Wow, lots of dudes.
Call in an artillery strike.
Yep, working on it. Because, I mean, they even tell you, it's like, yeah, it's not, grab some health. They're like, hey.
A Decepticon dropship is inbound.
Our artillery is almost back. There it is.
term for that is pulverized.
Tell me, you try to be this slow or does it come naturally?
You trying to be that slow, or does it come naturally?
This will help the war effort.
Yep. Alright, so the path to the...
Sector, I found the neutron gun controls.
You did it, Prime. The neutron gun is activating. Targeting systems won't respond, Optimus. You'll have to fire it manually. I'm uploading coordinates to an access panel now.
Yep. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. They've been fighting this war for thousands of years. That means Optimus is thousands of years old.
Online.
Optimus! This is Ironhide! My team and I are pinned down at the Ark's fueling station.
Patience, Ironhide. These systems have been offline for thousands of...
We don't need the details. Just tell us how to fix it.
Ironhide's right, Preceptor. We don't have much time.
Yes, keep moving, Optimus. You should see the manual controls shortly.
Alright. Like, the whole room is tilted. You know? That's the way forward, but we'll go this way and just grab some extra cash. Oh yeah, and I guess we could have just moved them out of the way, but, you know. Yep, just run through. You could wait for them to fire, but why?
Optimus! The entire Decepticon army is knocking at my door! Where is that support?
Hang on, old friend.
Here we go. The neutron gun.
Ironhide, I've got your range.
Optimus! I don't have the firepower to stop those tanks!
And you're lucky I do.
So, they just want you to take out the tanks, but you can take out the troops and stuff as well. And the dropships. Semi-important as well.
Optimus! I'm scanning more tanks rolling in!
Not for long.
You'll notice the arcs. Oh crap, I missed that dropship, but, you know. There's some other tanks coming in.
Optimus! Those Decepticon tanks are tearing us apart! Optimus! Enemy dropship coming your way!
And, oh, there it is. So the Arc fueling station has a life bar, which presumably you lose if it gets destroyed. I think the first time I was doing this I lost, but it's been a minute, so I don't remember.
Something's wrong. The neutron gun isn't working.
It isn't! What?
You're out of energy, Optimus.
Then we need to find more, Perceptor. I'm heading back to you.
Optimus, my readings just spiked. What happened?
The door shut on its own.
Where are you going? That area doesn't even appear in the schematics. Optimus, you're breaking up. Optimus!
Core access. We've been to the planet's core.
Whoever you are, I can feel your presence through the Matrix.
So it's not Primus. We've technically met Primus in the last, in the previous game. Primus is Cybertron. I mean, technically God, but if God was... I mean, Primus is kind of like Jesus in the sense that it's God's physical form. Right? Although, I mean, you could say Optimus is kind of like Jesus as well. The whole death and resurrection thing.
I ask you. No, I order you. Help us in this dire time of need.
Activate the final defense. Just work this time. Oh my goodness, it's being glitchy again. Okay. There we go. I don't know why it's so twitchy.
Metroplex heeds the call of the last Prime.
Optimus, what just happened?
Easy, Perceptor. He's one of us.
Awaiting your orders.
Metroplex, you must destroy the Decepticon warp cannons on the outskirts of the city.
Pretty awesome.
You've got to hurry, Optimus. The Ark's about to come apart.
Then let's roll out.
This is, there you go. Chapter 3, Metroplex heeds the call. So we're gonna, yeah, we'll quit. Because, you know, we, I mean, we might be able to do Chapter 3 in the time that we have left, but I don't want to risk it. Plus, I want to make sure that we do the audio logs, right? Defend the Ark.
Optimus expects us to turn tail and retreat. Not happening. If I turn my tail, it'll be to crush another wave of Decepticons with it.
So that's Grimlock, but at this point he doesn't have a tail. It might be figurative, but, you know.
Optimus may subsist on sheer determination and will alone. Great leaders draw their power from conviction. Their armies, however, march forward only under the power of Energon. This terrible war will reach its end, not because all have finally become one, but simply, I fear, because all have become none.
Battlefield log 1186. Sideswipe transmitting for Optimus. Arc Energon fuel levels have been checked and rechecked. The situation is worse than we feared. Many were of the opinion that even before Megatron's latest offensive, Energon levels were insufficient for extended space travel. Now, after another protracted battle with the Decepticons, there is no more room for debate. At the current levels of consumption, will not have enough Energon to even reach the space bridge portal safely.
It's a little awkward, right? Because this is before the space bridge portal has appeared. So it's not all the continuity is a little bit off on these recordings. But you have to remember, at least with the, you know, they don't know where they're going to end up. So it's, at this point, they're expecting to have to fly to who knows where. There's no portal yet. So, you know, I mean, they're talking about they might not have enough fuel to reach the portal, which is in orbit around the planet, right? So they don't have very much. And not only is it the fuel for the ship, but it's their fuel as well. They're on the point of, they're basically on starvation, you know?
Fellow Autobots, per Technological Directive 84 Beta 1, initiated by Optimus Prime, executed by myself, Perceptor, and my team, Teletran sub-terminals have been brought back online where possible in inhabitable facilities and structures across Cybertron. Though antiquated by standards we have come to expect, the Teletran terminals are perfectly functional and efficient, and every soldier is encouraged to check in and upgrade or repair your weapons when necessary.
Yep. So they're trying to explain why you have Teletran terminals around. Which is fine. You know.
Arc inspection log 1245. Sideswipe here. Transmitting to, well, whoever will listen. Which at this point seems like no one. Once again, I feel compelled to record my objection to the current specifications for the Autobots' Exodus craft, the so-called ARC, the prototype Vanguard-class deep space interceptor. With insufficient armor plating and only 16 particle combustion canyons and 16 laser emitters, it is apparent, to myself at least, that only the craft's propulsion system is adequate to the task at hand. Clearly, the ARC is intended to simply outrun any hostile craft.
Which is not bad. I mean, especially because it's essentially a deep space vehicle, right? So it's, you know, expected that it would be fuel efficient and capable of long journeys. So
Battlefield log 4578. Leapers, there's a whole platoon of them activated. If you're listening to this, turn back and avoid engagement at all costs. These things are as savage and brutal warriors I've ever seen. But if you must face them, always keep moving, and try to engage them from behind. Their armored claws make a head-on attack a waste of energon.
yeah, you can't actually damage them from the front. You have to target their engines in the back.
Arc inspection log 1313, my final entry in this record. As anyone who has listened to these updates can attest, my assessment of this so-called ARC has been far from optimistic. Though assembled by a perfectly competent team of engineers in a most efficient manner, it seemed impossible to imagine that such a humble craft would be capable of carrying the entirety of the Autobots' hopes and dreams as its cargo.
Yeah. But, you know, desperate times call for desperate measures. So, yep. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today. By the way, if you're watching this, the servers for this are still up. So, if it's something that you've wanted to play and never got around to. Now, I mean, you know, I'm watching Manny, his tail's like flicking my microphone cord. The servers are still up. Nobody's on them, which is a shame. I mean, if I could be a little selfish for a minute, like, I'm not popular, right? Maybe one day. If I could use that potential future power in a selfish manner, it would be for this. You know, I'd be like, hey guys, I'm playing this right now. Let's go and let's have a bunch of fun. Everyone get on there and, you know, play some multiplayer. Go for achievements or whatever. They have like, I mean, there are people that get together and do like boosting sessions and stuff where they will all get online and try and get the achievements and stuff. You know, if maybe one day I'll be able to do that. But that day is not today, which kind of sad, but you know, that's all you can do. But yeah, so the servers are still up if that's something that you want. Escalation multiplayer requires four people. Escalation only requires 2. You know, it's you and at least one other person surviving waves, right, Manny? Yep. But that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. I'm sorry I'm yawning so much. I felt like I got decent sleep, but yeah, right before bed last night was the fire alarm, so probably amped me up a little bit. And yeah. So what is your guys' unique positive moment for today? Might be the alcohol too. It makes you a little bit tired. For me, it's the fact that my local grocery store has the seasonal fruitcake back in stock. And I know that's weird sounding, like fruitcake generally considered terrible. This stuff is not bad. It's like $10 for a little, like a brick of it. And it's not bad. I mean, I like it. This stuff is not. Maybe the previous time I got it, I was like, whoa, this is great. And because I was expecting it to be terrible, it was good. This time it's kind of, you know, it's so-so. But it's, you know, it's decent. It's got like those jellied maraschino cherries, however you pronounce it properly. But it has those in it. It has like some pecans at the top. Pecan, however you pronounce those. And it's like moist. It's like a cake almost. I mean, it's fruit cake, right? So that's my unique positive moment. Hopefully your guys are just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, guys, take care.